Lady Shepsa here from Let Go, Let God is sharing a ritual that will help you to slay negative thoughts, stopping you from stepping into your power. So first thing, you're going to need to gather some items to do this ritual. You will need a paper, pen or pencil, scissors, a pot, lighter, white headscarf, and a glass or container of water. Some optional items you can use as well are incense, a white candle, and you can wear white or light colored clothing. So for the first part, you're going to write out your negative thoughts. So I want you to take some time and sit and think about what are some of the repetitive thoughts that you've been having going on in your mind that are negative thoughts, such as, I'm always going to be broke. I hate my body. It's so hard to make money. I'm never going to find anybody to love me. Things like that. Write all those thoughts out without judging, right? We're going to use them later for our release ritual. So once you've written all your thoughts out, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut your thoughts so they're on individual pieces of paper, okay? So take your time, cut them out, because we're going to release them through burning one by one. So you need to have them cut out and separated. After you cut them, you're going to place them to the side. We'll use them later. Part 2 of releasing negative thoughts, we're going to do some Qigong sound healing. So let's talk about what is Qigong. So Qigong is an ancient Taoist moving meditation that's been around for thousands of years. Qi means life force and Gong means cultivation of a skill. When we do Qigong, we help to move energy through our energy meridians so that we can unblock and increase our life force energy. So the Qigong movement I'm going to show you connects to the spleen energy meridian. And Taoism, and the 5-element theory of the 5 organs, the spleen connects to thoughts, right? So one symbol of a spleen imbalance is having too many thoughts, worrying, thoughts that are going round and round in your head, negative thinking, and things like that. So we're going to use a healing sound for the spleen organ to release the negative thoughts that are in our head. This will help to cleanse our energy meridians in our body so that we can create space to have positive thoughts. When we have a healthy spleen energy, we feel safe, we feel secure, we feel well nourished, right? And when you're feeling safe, secure, and well nourished, then you don't have negative thoughts and you have a peace of mind. So this is what we're trying to cultivate. So the healing sound for this spleen is, so it kind of sounds like when an owl is saying who, but these sounds are pronounced subvocally, so it's kind of more whispered of a sound. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to place our hands on our spleen. So your spleen is located on the left side of your body underneath your rib cage, all right? So you're going to place your hands here and you're going to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, you're going to imagine that you are dissolving negative energy from your spleen. This negative energy connects to those thoughts, those negative thoughts, the worry, the anxiety, the feeling of insecurity and not feeling safe. So you're going to imagine that you're dissolving the energy in your spleen, that trapped negative energy. And next, you're going to create a clockwise vortex in the earth. So you're creating it with your imagination. So imagine, and you can take your hand, you are creating a clockwise vortex in the earth. This vortex in the earth is going to take the negative chi that we're releasing using the healing sound into the earth to be recycled and to be transformed. Okay, when we release negative energy, we need it to go somewhere. We don't want it staying with us. So we're sending it into the earth to be recycled so we can have positive spleen energy, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling at home in the world and at home in our body. Okay, so hands on your spleen, deleting the negative energy, dissolving it. And then you're going to imagine that your hands from your fingertips are extending swords. We call them chi swords. And you're kind of like doing surgery on your spleen to flick out and to remove the negative energy. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your chi swords and you're going to press underneath your rib on your left side where your spleen is, and you're going to lean forward and you're going to do the healing sound. So it looks like this. So breathe in. At the end, you're flicking away that negative energy, flicking it into that vortex in the earth and letting it go. So we will repeat a couple more times. Hands on the spleen. Breathing in. Dissolving that negative energy that is stuck in your organ and moving through the energy meridians of your body. Inhale. Breathing in. Releasing, letting go, dissolving, blocked energy, negative energy, worry, anxiety, feeling insecure and unsafe. And breathe in. And let's do it one more time, last time. Letting go. Dissolving. And now that we've released and let go, I like to imagine I'm kind of like vomiting out those thoughts, right? I'm releasing it into the earth, kind of like vomiting out the negativity. And then you're going to place your hands again on your spleen. And you're going to imagine a golden yellow color, which is the color of the spleen energy and the color of the earth. The earth is the element that the spleen is connected to. So you're going to imagine this golden yellow energy going into your spleen. You can imagine your spleen glowing with this energy. And it's bringing the energy of safety, security, having a relaxed, centered mind, being centered. The being that the spleen is connected to the earth, just feel into that energy of the earth, feeling grounded, feeling safe, secure, feeling well nourished. And you can smile to your spleen. And you can even extend that energy and just hover your hands over the area where your spleen is and imagine that you're just beaming yellow light into your spleen. And you can release and let it go. We'll move on to part 3, of our ritual to slay negative thoughts, stopping you from stepping into your power. Now that we have done the Qigong healing sound to release the negative thoughts and negative energy in our spleen, keeping us stuck in negative thinking and worry, we're going to now do a release ceremony to let go of the negative thoughts that we wrote down at the beginning of this ritual. So what you're going to do is you're going to gather the thoughts that you have written down on the various slips of paper, and we're going to burn them inside of this pot. So I'm going to use the white candle that I have as a fire source to burn the thoughts. So I also always like to have some water nearby, because anytime we're working with fire, we want to really be safe. We want to make sure that nothing is around the flame. So you want to make sure you practice fire safety. So fire is a very powerful element. It has the power of transmutation. So as you're burning the thoughts in the fire inside of the pot, I want you to really make this a meditation. You're looking in the pot, you're looking at the fire, and you're imagining that the energy from this thought is being released and it's being transmuted. So what is transmutation? Transmutation is to transform something from one thing to something else. So in this circumstance, we're going to transmute our negative thoughts, and we want to create space to be able to program positive thoughts in our mind and in our subconscious. All right, so you want to, as I said, really make this a meditation, really take your time in doing this. So you're going to take each thought. You could light it with and the fire in a candle, and as you're watching it burn, just get into the energy of release. And you can be even saying affirmations as you burn your thoughts, like, I release and I let this go. I release this thought. I release this energy. I release the energy that created this thought. And it gets a little smoky, so you might want to make sure you also have a window open as well. So usually the fire in the pot goes out on its own, but if you feel like things are still burning and you want to make sure that it's out, you can just take some water and put it out. And that way you know the fire is out. So for the last part of our ritual to slay negative thoughts, stopping us from stepping into our power, we're going to do a head blessing ritual. So in different spiritual systems, there is the belief that our head has a special energy, and that this energy connects with the divine, or we could say our higher self, our best self. So it's really important to bless this energy and to protect the energy in our head. So for this, we're going to use our glass of water, and we're going to use our white scarf. Because once we're finished blessing our head, we're going to tie this white scarf on our head. And this white scarf represents the energy of peace, right? We want to have mental peace. We want to have clarity so that we can really see what we need to do to move forward in our life, and that we can see the truth of who we are as divine beings and no longer be dragged down by the negative thoughts that have been keeping us disconnected from our power. So the 10 blessing ceremony I learned from Iyanla Vanzant and one of her programs, and I kind of altered it a little bit for our purposes here today. So you want to make sure that your hair is loose. So you're going to create a part down the middle of your head, and one from one ear to the other ear. So basically it's like you're dividing your hair in fourths. All right. And so, you know, you can really take your time, make this ritual your own. You can send positive energy into the water. If you do Reiki, you can Reiki the water, and you can just put the blessing energy into the water. That is going to bring you clarity, it's going to bring you peace, it's going to help you to see your true self, your divine self. So what you're going to do, you're going to take 2 fingers in each hand, you're going to dip it into the water, and you're going to say, I bless my head so that I may have positive thoughts that are in alignment with my divine nature. I bless my head so that I may have positive thoughts that are in alignment with my divine nature. You can make up your own affirmation as well. It's totally up to you what you say. This is just an example. So you're going to do that 3 times. I bless my head so that I may have positive thoughts that are in alignment with my divine nature. You're going to do the same across the center from ear to ear. I bless the spiritual energy of my head. I bless the spiritual energy of my head so that I may have thoughts that are in alignment with my divine nature. I bless the spiritual energy of my head so that I may walk and be connected to my divine power. So you're going to do that 3 times as well. And once you're finished, you're going to take your white scarf and you're going to use it to tie your head. So we are sealing in our head blessing. Okay, so now that we have finished blessing our head and you've tied it with the white scarf, you should be feeling very clear, very peaceful. You have the candle, you have the incense. So now you want to sit and meditate. You want to meditate on the positive thoughts or affirmations that you would like to put into your head, put into your consciousness, so that you can step into your power. If you want, you can look at the Badass Goddess affirmations that I shared with the Badass Goddess Juju bundle that you have. And I'm going to play some sounds using the crystal bowl, the singing bowl. So this singing bowl is actually aligned with the root chakra. So one of the big emotions that blocks the energy in our root chakra is the emotion of fear. So this healing sound from the crystal bowl will help to dispel the energy of fear. So you can just listen to this sound and meditate and feel your alignment with your true divine self. Thank you for joining me and participating in this ritual to slay negative thoughts, stopping you from stepping into your power. And remember that you have the power to create your life, and it starts with your thoughts. Thank you.